Without a juggernaut such as Avatar, The Way of Water in the running, and schedule changes that pushed big tentpoles, notably Dune 2, back to 2024, this season's visual effects Oscar race is shaping up to be a competitive one. The road to a nomination begins with a committee of branch members who meet to discuss qualified work and create a short list of 10 films that will be announced December 21st. These films will participate in a January bake-off, during which VFX teams from each of the movies present a show and tell and answer questions from branch members before they vote on which 5 films to nominate for the VFX Oscar. One from the sci-fi arena that seems to have an assured place on the shortlist is Gareth Edwards, the creator from Searchlight. The work of production VFX supervisor Jay Cooper and the rest of the team at lead VFX studio Industrial Light and Magic included the futuristic world, artificial intelligence-driven robots that coexist with humans and simulant characters, melding actors with CG mechanical components. In the superhero realm, expect to see at least one Marvel movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, most likely. The MCU has had at least one VFX-nominated movie in 8 of the past 10 years. One exception was 2020, when the studio didn't release a movie because of the pandemic. Typically, the strongest Marvel contenders are the ones that are best received by critics and fans. A year ago, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was nominated. According to twice Oscar-nominated production VFX supervisor Stefan Soretti, Guardians 3 involved 3,066 visual effects shots shared by roughly 10 VFX companies, and required key character animation as the story focuses on Rocket's past. DC Films earned a nomination last season for The Batman and has multiple releases this year, including Shazam, Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and, still to open, Aquaman and The Lost Kingdom, whose large amount of waterwork could give it an edge. Outside the superhero genre, action films vying for a place on the shortlist include Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Production VFX supervisor Alex Wook reports that there are some 3,600 VFX shots in the movie. Tight partnership between the practical and the digital. This includes a car chase through Rome and the climactic train wreck. And just as this production was not able to film at the actual Spanish Steps, the team on John Wick Chapter 4 also used VFX to put its action at, for instance, Paris Arc de Triomphe. Fast X also relied on VFX for its action scenes, which included one sequence set in Rome. It's difficult to rule out the year's box office champ, Greta Gerwig's Barbie, with its carefully crafted Barbie land. In all, the movie contains 1,300 VFX shots. Also among the tentpoles, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny might grab a spot on the shortlist, in part because of ILM's de-aging of Harrison Ford by 40 years for the 1944 set prologue. Other tentpole possibilities include The Little Mermaid, with its underwater sequences, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and the still-to-open Wonka.